for Jimmy Garoppolo that numbers were never even exchanged. They were talking theoretically, but never got to actual numbers. And the thought was that they're just not going to do that right now, and paying him starter type money to serve as the backup beyond the season was never going to happen. Which tells me I think this has to be coming from Kraft, right? Bob Kraft wanted Brady as long as possible, didn't see the need to pay Jimmy Garoppolo, didn't want that to be an option, so this is what happened.
Yeah, I was saying this yesterday. If you're Jimmy Garoppolo in the last couple of weeks, and you're a good-looking, successful, talented kid, and you've been sitting there being patient, and you watch Carson Wentz starring and Deshaun Watson starring, is there ever a moment when you're like, Mr. Kraft and Mr. Belichick, I've been a really good soldier for you guys, but I'm like 26 now, and I'm watching all these young guys, and I think I'm as good as all these young guys. Did Garoppolo like, hey Bill, can I talk to you for like 2 minutes? Can you make a move with me? I don't know that to be true, but it has to be frustrating if you think you're as good as all these other young people. You're 26. I mean, how long can you just practice? Football practice isn't even fun. Basketball practice is fun,
especially since he's already had a little taste of starting.
Exactly, a little taste of success, and he knows the money's out there.
So Dwyane Wade was starting and then not starting, and now Brian Windhorst is saying that Tyronn Lue never actually wanted to start Wade in the first place.
Dwyane Wade signed, and not anything that Dwyane did, but that arrival threw like 5 or 6 people out of whack, including Tyronn Lue. And I'm not saying he would admit to this publicly, but he didn't want to start Dwyane. But he knew that he had to because it was the right thing to do for the chemistry of the team. You know, he ended up starting 5 different lineups the first 7 games. It displaced J.R. Smith, who pouted, and he's playing terribly. The Derrick Rose arrival had already displaced a couple other guys. It displaced Kevin Love, and he put up good numbers, but he wasn't at his best.
I wonder who actually wanted to start Dwyane Wade. That's odd that the coach didn't want to do that, but he had to?
Yeah, I mean, this team is. You know what I think I am with Cleveland?
Where can you go with this?
I'm bored. I'm bored with the Cleveland story. I know I shouldn't be, right, because it's LeBron. Remember I said this last year? I feel like LeBron's right now, and I think LeBron likes to be the talking point of the league. I think he likes that. Like, I'm bored with the Cavs story. And kind of honestly, I'm kind of bored with LeBron. Like, he's playing with Derrick Rose and D. Wade and J.R. Smith. I love all of them, right? But, like, now that Boston's rebuild's on hold, like, I'm looking for another NBA story.
Okay. Well, they're giving us lots of them. Team meetings, aired out meetings, the bad marriage now. Not good. And finally, Gordon Hayward was at the Celtics practice facility talking about his hopes for his rehab process.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to talk in front of you guys and to get out of the house a little bit. Definitely a little more mobile than I was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So, you know, on the road to recovery, and you know, excited to attack that. I'm putting zero expectations on myself as far as the timetable. For me, it's I want to get better today. Right after this, I'm going to do some rehab and do some chair shooting, and that's what I'm focused on.
It's good to see him smiling. Yesterday we had an interview from him where he was really, really upset and crying. So I'm glad to see him smiling and back on the right track.
He's not going to play this year for sure, right? We know that.
Right.
100% out.
Yeah.
Christine with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
3 Super Bowl rings. He's a Fox NFL analyst now. My friend Mark Schler.